Alright guys and gals, in this video I'm going to be putting together the framing for the exterior window wall. A few things that I know about the exterior window wall is that we have an 8-foot bottom plate, an 8-foot top plate, and a 7/6 cap plate. Now, so starting out, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to use my move tool once again to select one of these 8-footers. Alright, and I'm not going to rotate it yet. If I hit the control key, I can copy that. Alright, and then I'm going to rotate it using the crosshairs down to my 0 if I'm that side. If I'm on the right hand side, I think it says 180. Going down to this bottom endpoint and then lining that up with the origin. Now, from this is where I'm going to start putting my guidelines to my centers of my 2x4s. And here's the way it goes. So starting out, I have 1 inch over. And then from that one, it is 15 inches. From the next, it is 16 inches. And then it's 6 inches to get to the king stud. And then we have 2 inches to the trimmer, 2 inches to the cripple. And then across that, we have our opening, which is 3/2. One second, I gotta change that. Pause. Sorry, I messed up on that dimension. It's actually 2'10". So from that inside cripple to the next, it's going to be 2 feet 10 inches. Enter. Now, the next one we have is on the inside there, going across, we have 6 inches. We have 16 inches. We have 12 inches, which is that one from there to there that is made. Alright, and from that one, we have 2 inches, and then 2 inches. And then the last one will be coming from our left-hand edge here, over 1 inch from the side. Alright, so going across, I think if I had these in order, just reading them one more time. It's 1 inch in, 15 inches in, 16 inches in, 6 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 6 inches, 16 inches, 12 inches or a foot, 2, 2, and then 1 inch in from the right edge. Now I can come and start moving using the move tool to grab my studs, which are these pieces over here. Remember, I can use my component menu too. If I go into my home right here, they'll have those things that I've already made. My stud, 1, right, moving in, grabbing my component in the midpoint. Alright, if I grab that again, hit control, I can copy and slide right over. Sliding out. Grab the midpoint one more time. Click, control, slide over. Click, control, slide over. And there's many ways to do that. It's whatever way works best for you to get those studs in. My next one is my trimmer. Placing that, using that endpoint to drop it next, or my midpoint, either way works. And then I have a cripple. And I already have that edge, so I'll do that. And I'll grab it by the midpoint, control, midpoint, control, sliding over, midpoint, control, trimmer, once again, can butt right up to that, stud, can butt right up to that, and then we have one more stud out here in the end. Now, the next few things I need to have is I need to have one of these sills. So grabbing my sill, I only need one of them actually. Oh, I must have another thing selected. I just hit the escape key. Deselect by clicking in the background if you have everything that you have selected that you want to deselect. And then coming in here, I'm going to move this piece. I just have one, so I'm just going to rotate the one that I have. Grab the right endpoint and put it in the right spot. Zooming in so it snaps to the right location. Then we have our header. And with my header last time I had to rotate it because it was bigger one way than the other. I need to have my 8 inches going the other way. So clicking this, rotating it down, and then clicking on the right corner. Alright. And then we also have a couple more things to put on, which leaves us the couple things we have to put on being the 8-foot O, which we have right here, this top plate. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to grab my endpoint that I want to line them up, and on this one it's going to end up being the left hand edge. Doesn't matter yet really because it's the same size. And I need to refer back to my blueprint here to find out which side we have our overhang on. I believe it's over here. So we're going to go 7/6, our last stud we have right there. Going and grabbing the left hand edge, lower point, to line up with our cap plate with our top plate. And that should leave a 6-inch piece right there. Now, what I realized is that I grabbed a piece that's too small. I can tell by looking at this and seeing my gap. I think my last gap there was something like almost a foot, or at least over a foot. That's not the right one. So I'm going to get that out of there by moving it. That was actually a trimmer by accident. And going over here, I'm going to grab a stud and then rotate that. It should be a 7/6 item to be correct. And then we have one more stud that goes inside this piece for our L corner, creating our wall. So coming in, putting our stud down. Remember, I got to orbit to the top this way, zoom in a little bit, and then I can rotate that 90. Right, and then I'm using that with that front portion right there to place that in my wall. If I go camera and I go standard views front, we will be able to see the things that I have made. Thank you for watching. We only have one more video of putting these two things together and also removing this little piece over here out of our cap plate. Thanks for watching.